Well folks, it looks like Steam is implementing some more cool features. What, you might ask? Let's get into this. Everyone's on Lot Tech back again with some more tech news on this beautiful Friday Eve, aka Thursday, aka Juneteenth. Y'all know the whole 9 yards. Got an article that I found about a day or two ago. Wanted to get it out earlier, but got busy with IRL stuff. So I just wanted to do it since I had some time today. Steam, I think specifically the Steam beta client, has implemented some features and augmentation, so to speak, on pretty much the frame generation technology and DLSS technology stuff. So now usually you know like how the overlay in Steam for games shows like the basic FPS, temperatures, resolution, or whatever when you are in it. But now for the Steam beta client, if you download it and use the beta client, I'm hoping it eventually gets to the full-blown Steam client, but I guess they're still testing it out. But so far it looks like, according to this article on videocards.net, it looks like the beta client is pretty stable. So pretty much what this new feature augmentation does with the Steam beta client is that the thing is, all the games you run the overlay in that usually shows like the native resolution, native FPS, temperatures, stuff like that. Now it expands that tenfold to show now the native resolution, the frame not native resolution, the native frame per second, and in addition to the native frame per second, it also shows the upscaling frames per second. And with DLSS and frame generation, it shows you some more GPU resources. I'll leave the specifics are in the article. I'm just like going from the top of my head right now. It also shows, in addition to the DLSS numbers, it shows the FSR numbers and the regular frame generation numbers. So it shows you like the native resolution and the native frames per second, FPS, in addition to the data for when those technologies are activated. So it's pretty cool. It seems like a lot to have on the overlay though, but I have to test out myself once I get my PC squared away. I have to test out myself to see if it's too much information, because the basic overlay I believe just shows in the top left corner of your screen in the game with the basic temperatures for the GPU, CPU, stuff like that. And from what I see in the screenshots I have in the article, it looks like it really increases like all that information all across the screen on the top of the screen, I believe. I'm sure there's a way, if they haven't implemented it yet, to change the positioning. But if it's too much information on the screen, the overlay, I can see how it may or may not be too distracting when you're trying to focus on your games. But for people that are tech heads like myself and some others that want to see every little detail about your performance or your rig is pushing out, it could be useful and could be a convenient thing to have if you decide to use overlay, that is, because you don't have to use overlay, but it's cool to have it. Maybe something starts happening. I can see it really playing a part if like you're in the middle of a game session and then the game starts acting weird, whether you're on team red and team green, GPUs are team green or team red or team blue processors. I can see if you're using any of those, any of the usual suspects as far as hardware, that if you see it start acting weird, I can see it as a potential good way to have like a one-click method to see what's going on with your system. That could probably show you potentially what's surrounding that abnormal behavior in your games, in your gaming session. So I can see I can see the benefit there. But I know a lot of people, even tech heads, not gonna have all your system resources and stuff up on the screen 24/7 in the game, because it's taking up, it might be a lot, but it's taking up a good decent chunk of your screen real estate when you're playing the game. So I can see the benefit for troubleshooting purposes, or if you're just curious to have all your stats up on the screen at the same time. I can see the potential possibilities and reasons behind it. So either way, I hope it does make it way to the permanent Steam client, not the beta one that's in now. That way, and I hope that make it easy to have like a one-click button, like how they have the big picture Steam dashboard. Maybe they have something like that that's like a one-click button that you do, or a one-click button combination to bring it the overlay, and you could do the same overlay button combination or button to remove it when you don't want to use see all that information. So I hope it does get to the Steam main OS, not Steam main OS, the Steam main game launcher, and migrates from the beta Steam client. Hopefully to get the bugs out first, since it's in beta, hopefully get all the bugs out first before they put it over permanently to the regular game client. So let me know in the comments below if you think this is a cool feature. If you do think it's a cool feature, what would you use it for, at what times? Do you think it's useful? Do you think it's beneficial? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on this new beta client augmentation, and if you think it'll be useful in a general consensus. Until then, this is by LockTech signing out.